Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're actually going to take a look at the newest SR card that was released on the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner over here on JP. Now, I'm actually not the biggest fan of how they keep doing this because they're actually giving us units that are pretty solid, right? Like, think of Ox King, who released, I believe, a couple of World Tournaments ago. He's actually pretty good. He's a decent support type unit that you can rock, but he's only an SR. Now, the thing about SRs is, because of the fact that they don't become a UR after you Z-Awaken them, they don't have access to the Hidden Potential system, which, I mean, it just makes them not even half as good as pretty much any other unit in the game. Like, you look at what Invisible Man could do, his kit, right? Like, he lowers attack on super attack, he has a 70% chance of dodging, he gets a 30% attack buff every time he dodges up to 120%. Like, he's good. But, unfortunately, he's an SR, so like that, his attack numbers probably aren't going to be crazy. His dodging is something that obviously the Hidden Potential system isn't really going to block or affect or anything like that, right? Like, he's still going to be looking pretty good dodging all these attacks left and right, even if, you know, he doesn't have access to a lot of these strong Hidden Potential abilities, you know, such as crits, additionals, you know, things of that nature. And even dodging, see, with a 70% chance of dodging for him, I actually probably would go with crits or additionals for him. Usually for units that are defense-oriented, I do like to give them dodge, but, I mean, Invisible Man is already rocking, you know, what, like 70%? So again, yeah, I probably wouldn't even go much higher. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how our boy works out. Can Buhan have his attack lowered here? He can. Yes, he can. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. So we'll be able to see the two powerful effects of Invisible Man in display right here. Okay, so let's see. 188k. I mean, obviously, he hasn't dodged at all, so his attack buffs have not gone on. Okay, so there's one. He has 30% attack. He has 60% attack. And he has 90% attack, just like that. Bam. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, I mean, that's basically Invisible Man in a nutshell, man. Like, see, again, like, I like him. I like him as a unit a lot. Like, there's no reason for them to have made this guy an SR, in my opinion. Like, if they just created this exact unit, but an SSR, like, that doesn't hurt anyone. Like, it's not like we're adding, like, we're adding a godly unit to, like, you know, the Pure Saiyan team or something like that. Like, dude, like, the Dragon Ball Saga team horrendously badly needs the buffs. So, like, there was no reason they couldn't have made him a little bit better. Like, I guess, you know, they're a tad scared to, you know, put, like, super good units on that World Tournament banner, you know, because it's free. But it's like, bro, like, Akatsuki has to understand, grinding the World Tournament is so boring, so tedious, so frustrating, that no one wants to do it. Even for, like, free summons and stuff like that. Like, you can put damn near the best LR in the game in one of those World Tournament banners, and there's going to be a lot of people who are probably still like, well, you know, I'm sure they'll release them elsewhere at some point, and they probably still won't grind World Tournaments. Like, they have to either adjust the World Tournament, or they got to start making, I mean, I don't want to say they got to start making World Tournament units better, because they have made many World Tournaments lately very, very good, right? Like, we've seen some real powerhouses. I hope Invisible Man dodges that one attack by Gotenks Boo right there, because that will give him his max attack buff, and then we'll be able to get a turn with Kami, Invisible Man, and then with B-Pan, which probably will give us Invisible Man's max attack stat. I should point out that Invisible Man's only category is also the Dragon Ball Saga category. Like, and again, like, this is just a team that needs just a flood of units. So he's up to 358,000. That's no extra support type buffs or anything like that. Okay, cool. He has his max attack buff now. He's dodged 4 attacks, so he has his maximum attack stat for next turn. And again, we can go ahead and have LRB Pan use her active skill. You know, we will have Kami. Kami is a very, very good unit for this Dragon Ball Saga team. One reason I burned all of my tickets on the Dragon Ball Saga banner this last World Tournament was I wanted to pull Grandpa Gohan, who's very good. I wanted to rainbow Android 8, who's pretty solid. I wanted to rainbow Forearm Tien, who's pretty solid. And I wanted to rainbow Kami, who is also pretty solid. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to accomplish any of those, which is crazy with, like, the 90 tickets or whatever. Instead, I pulled Mercenary Tao 500 times. It's like, oh, good. You know, like, pretty much the worst, like, new era Dragon Ball Saga card they've released lately, and that's the one I get, the one that is very limited. He's not even on the Dragon Ball Saga team because they did the ridiculously stupid, idiotic, moronic thing of splitting the 23rd World Tournament from the rest of the Dragon Ball Saga, which I don't understand. Like, what possible reason could you have for doing it? It's so stupid. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and... yeah, again, this will probably be Invisible Man's best attack stat. I can't imagine he'd be able to get a higher attack stat than this one right here. And he's also going to be able to lower attack. Again, lowering attack is something that's helpful, but, you know, I don't know. In the future, what's funny enough, if there, you know, we get a Dragon Ball Saga Super Battle Road, which, I mean, either it's going to be a meme Super Battle Road, like the Ginyu Force or something like that, or it's a while away because there's a lot of units they got to release. Invisible Man will probably be pretty good for it. So it gets up to almost 700k. I mean, I'm going to take that from a summonable SR with a 70% chance to dodge. That's quite good. That's really good, actually. So I do like this Invisible Man card. Again, it's just not only, like, rainbowing a unit, right? Like, you're making it so that they're so much stronger against the, like, the type that they're strong against, right? Like, they get a bunch of abilities that make them stronger. So, like, Invisible Man is AGL, so he'd get way stronger against SCR opponents. You get the little Goku head symbol, which goes ahead and... Oh, here, let me just pull up Kid Goku here. The little Goku head symbol, which, you know, makes it so that you heal more with same type orbs. So, you know, you give that to one of these monsters like Buhan, give him a ton of int orbs, plus his passive, and he's healing like crazy. You know, this gives you more damage. And then, of course, just the dodge, crits, additionals. And then, you know, just the massive stats buff that they get. Now, Devilman is free to play, so he would be getting a buff similar to what Repan gets right here. More like 3,000 to all stats. But still, like, you know, that would have been way better than no potential system at all. And that's exactly what they decided to give us. So hopefully moving forward, they either awaken these Dragon Ball Saga units into like SSRs, like Ox King and him, maybe like something like the Yamcha or Krillin and stuff from other world tournaments. Like, you know, that world tournament, I really wish they would just freaking buff the world tournament category, the youth category. Like, these categories need buffs, and they gotta add more firepower to them to make them like competitive. Like, there's no reason to have categories that aren't competitive. I mean, they made Peppy Girls, you know, it's like flying under the radar is damn near one of the best teams with how insane Ribrianne is as a leader for that team. Even though she's only at 120%, she turns it into damn near one of the best teams in the game. So you got, like, Ribrianne just bossing out there. You have the best unit in the game on the Peppy Gals team in Kale and Caulifla. Like, it just doesn't, you know, make a lot of sense why some of the decisions that Akatsuki's made just, again, doesn't make a ton of sense. I just really wish, in particular, they would clean up the Dragon Ball Saga and World Tournament categories. Buff the two of them, all of that stuff. So I guess this will probably be the last turn we get from our boy Invisible Man. I mean, we've seen enough from him, right? Like, has he dodged every single attack pretty much to this point? I mean, that's what he's going to do. 70% chance to dodge is nothing to sleep on or at all. Like, it's very, very good. Oh, okay. You know, since we can get the active skill right here, let's just go ahead and bust it out, right? Like, this is always great to see. This is probably my favorite active skill animation in the game. Yeah, because I think Namek Super Saiyan Goku might have the worst. Broly's is pretty bad as well. Cooler's is really good. Actually, Cooler might be... Yeah, Cooler has the best one now, doesn't he? I think so. Trunks' is really good. Zamasu's is really good. Ooh, I guess Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, actually. Man, his... Actually, I might have to give it to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like it's like... I remember in the past, Kid Goku's used to be the best, and I was thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute, wait. That Super Saiyan 2 Gohan active skill is crazy. Alright, guys, so this is Unidentified Invisible Man Suke. His leader skill is AGL type key 2 and 30% to stats. Obviously, as an SR, his leader skill is not going to be very impressive. Although, we've done some videos lately on TURs with worse leader skills than that, so... his super attack is the Invisible Attack, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. Very nice that they gave him that lowers attack. That is always very helpful to have. Then his passive skill, Invisible Enemy, gives him a great chance of evading enemies' attacks, which of course is a 70% chance. Very, very good. 70% chance is incredible. That's very strong. Then he gets a 30% attack buff with every attack evaded, up to a max of 120%. I mean, with his 70% chance to dodge, I mean, did he even get hit one time in this video? I don't think so. Like, it's going to be good. His attack buff will quickly build up. He's strong. Like, he's a good unit. And he also disables enemies' guard. But I have still, to this day, found that to be, like, the most pointless and worthless ability that a unit could pretty much have these days. I feel like even lowering defense is actually a little bit better these days than disabling enemy guard. His links are Fortune Teller, Baba's Fighter, Infighter, The Incredible Adventure, and Guidance of the Dragon Balls. So it is unfortunate he's only got a few links there, just 4. You know, I mean, maybe they could have given him something else. I don't know. I mean, again, that's kind of the issue with being a summonable SR, right? His 12 key multiplier is 125%. Again, that's very, very bad. I mean, we were able to get some pretty good numbers out of him, considering that he only... that's very, very low. And I thought we did pretty good here. And then finally, he's only on one category team. He is on the Dragon Ball Saga team, right? Which, again, I'm talking about it constantly. This team needs a lot of buffs. Like, it is so dumb that they're not buffing this team way more, because I feel like Kid Goku was almost like the fastest #1 in the App Store top grossing that, like, JP Dokkan has ever done. Like, everyone was so ecstatic that they gave a Dokkan Fest to Kid Goku. I just feel like Akatsuki is missing out opportunities. If they did stuff like that, like a dual Dokkan Fest of Goku from the World Tournament and then Majunior, like, I feel like that would be, like, huge. It would do huge numbers. And, like, if they just combine the World Tournament Saga and the Dragon Ball Saga, that would be huge. There's just a lot of things that they could do, and people, I think, would respond very, very well. I think we could also probably get a Dokkan Fest of Tien from Dragon Ball from the 22nd World Tournament. I don't know, like, there's just a lot of characters in there they could do stuff with. All those Red Ribbon Army characters, like, you can't make them have interesting abilities. Like, they don't need to drop, like, you know, Booyan or something like that with, like, a 500% attack buff. Like, you know, there's so many different interesting abilities a lot of those Dragon Ball Saga characters have, right? Like, you know, get Staff Officer Black an actual SSR card. You know, maybe get Commander Red an SSR card. I mean, I feel like Tao could potentially get a Dokkan Fest exclusive. There's just a lot that needs to be done. Invisible Man is nice, but I hope that they do SSRs moving forward. We'll see. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.